Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today I have Maddy joining me. Hi, Maddy.
Hi.
Hey guys, we have an exciting video of how to manifest on a time crunch or a deadline. We're actually going to share our experience of how what we do when we manifest things on a deadline and need them to manifest immediately. Just before we dive into it, guys, we're having a contest. We get to 100,000 subscribers, which is happening, and it's happening now. We're giving away 3 free coaching sessions, 1 session to 3 different people with the coach of your choice. All you need to do to enter is comment what you've manifested using the law of assumption, and as well share our videos and subscribe to them. And as you guys know, Maddy is having a sale right now. Her schedule is filling up extremely fast. She's getting a wait list. But yeah, if you need any help with finding your blocks or manifesting on a deadline, she can definitely help speed that up for you. So yes, let's dive in. Welcome, Maddy.
Thank you. Okay, so I just wanted to give some examples just so we could see how this works, and then I'll tell you kind of my process and how I've done it and how I've coached other people to do it, and they've gotten great success with it, which is amazing. I do have a little success story from a client today as well that they said I could share, which is amazing. So I would like to share the one time I got an espresso maker, just because coffee is very important to me. If you've seen some of my other videos, I mention coffee pretty much in every video at this point. But I really wanted an espresso machine. It's something I'd wanted for a while, and I did have some beliefs, some thoughts that I was like, well, how am I going to get an espresso machine? Like, it's so expensive. Like, I can't afford it, And I was like, well, then why don't I manifest it that I get it for free? Like, if it's really hard for me to think that I could buy it, which I know now that I can, but it was in a different time frame at that point in my mindset where I was at. And I was still in the beginning part of my manifesting journey. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to manifest it for free, and it's going to be great. So I had the intentions that I'm going to get an espresso maker. It's going to be this exact one. I knew exactly which one I wanted. I wanted all the coffee stuff with it. And I wanted it by a specific time, which for me, it was right before my birthday. So I wanted it as a birthday present. My birthday's on December 16th. So this was last year. And I was really excited about it. I'm like, I know I'm going to get it. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I know it's going to be for free and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to enjoy the process in which it happens. And so I kind of just let myself have my day, didn't think about it much, knew I was still going to get it. I was very confident in that. I didn't really question it, which is kind of the key in what we'll be talking about as we talk about other stories as well. So I was really confident in it. Really was excited because I knew I was going to get it. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to use it. Like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the best thing ever. And I was talking to a friend that day, and he was like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, I really want this espresso maker. And he's like, send me a picture. So I sent him a picture, not thinking that he was going to get me an espresso maker at all. But he actually got me a gift card that was well above the price of the espresso maker at the shop that I wanted to get it at. So I got it with all the coffee stuff I wanted with it, with the gift card, and I had money left over for groceries and for other fun things that I wanted to get. So it was actually way better than what I was originally trying to manifest, just the espresso maker. But technically I did get it for free, and I got more with it, which is great. So the key to that was I was just very confident. And that's just the starting of it. It's building your confidence in your manifestation that you can get what you want. If you don't think that, if you keep having doubts about it, that's when some of that resistance comes up. That's when it can feel harder to manifest on a time crunch. Technically, I manifested that within a couple hours. So it was in the morning that I said I was going to get it for free, knew I was going to get it for free. I still even had the resistance that I might not get it because I can't afford it. Technically, that was a block for me at the time, but I still finessed it a little bit by saying, I'm going to get it for free. And I just had this knowing that I was going to get it because I'd started building my belief with other affirmations, other things that I was trying to manifest. So I'd manifested a lot of things in a time crunch, and I wasn't trying to manifest them on a time crunch either, which sounds weird. But we'll get into that as well, is that you can still say which day that you're going to get your manifestation. But with me, I've been like, you know what? I know I'm going to get it. It doesn't matter when I get it. I know I'm going to. And usually because I've said that, I don't have as much resistance. That was just my process. And that's how I've gotten things a lot faster. So I'm like, I don't care when I get it. I'm just going to get it. So
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah. So that's usually when I've gotten things. Sometimes I've gotten things within like 5 minutes because I said that, because I basically give myself the path of least resistance. And then basically it just comes out that way. And I also intend in that point, because sometimes people have this belief of things have to get worse before they get better. And sometimes the bridge of incidents for that can be, oh, something really bad happens and then I'm going to get my espresso maker. I did not want that to happen. And I didn't want to believe, because that's something that I had a belief in for a long time. And my life had kind of fallen apart before I'd gotten all the things that I wanted. So one of my intentions was I always enjoy my bridge of incidents. My transitional period into getting what I want is always enjoyable. I love my reality. And I can rest in knowing, no matter how my life looks, that I'm always going to get what I want. And I have so much time in the waiting period, because time is an illusion and you can always get things in like 5 minutes, an hour. And another example that I've had as well with manifesting on a time crunch was actually this year around Christmas. I had this one thought that I was going to get a Christmas Eve outfit. And I really needed to get one because I didn't have any clothes. Everything's packed up. I was moving. And so when I had that thought, I was like, but I don't want to pay for it. Is that bad? In my head, I didn't say it out loud. I was like, is that bad that I have this thought right now that I don't want to pay for it? I'm like, no, that's not a bad thought. You're totally going to get it for free. People love giving you things. People literally race towards you to give you things, Maddy. And so my sister came to me about 45 minutes later and was like, so mom gave us her credit card because she wants to give us Christmas clothes for Christmas Eve. And I was like, no way. No way.
Right.
I know. So I was like, I'm so powerful. Like, I just had that thought like 45 minutes ago. Like, that's crazy. And I was like, I don't care how I get it. Kind of like that whole thing. I don't care how I get it. It's going to be amazing. But I know I'm going to get it. And I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to stress. I don't have to have anxiety. I can still have some doubts if like I need to get them out of the way. And sometimes you have the doubt like I had, is that bad that I want it for free? No, because I deserve everything that I want. And that can build that confidence in you too, because not only is it self affirmations that we want to include sometimes for ourselves to build up that confidence, those beliefs in ourselves that we can create what we want, but also you're affirming that I can have my desires. Why would I question that? Because if I can create my life and I can create anything that I want, everything is going to orchestrate in my favor no matter what. And so the success story that's not mine that I want to share today, that was super exciting from a client, is that she was manifesting her SP, and her SP had told her a bunch of unfavorable things like, I don't think this is going to work. She moved in with another person. That person, my client was scared could be a third party. So we worked through the third party situation, ended up not being anything at all, which is amazing because we don't want to create that. So we caught that right away. And then she actually manifested that her SP, she used the negative circumstance that, she perceived as negative to basically build up why she was going to get what she wanted and everything like that. So she intended like, oh, because she said this to me, that's going to be the one reason that, I'm going to get this thing. She's going to say this to me. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to see everything so quickly. And I see it in my 3D now. I intend to see my affirmations in my 3D, which not only has that affirmation given me things in my 3D so quickly, it actually helped build my belief because I could see my bridge of incidents in front of me, which also built my belief. But when she affirmed those things and she was affirming for her SP actually came back that day after our session, after like an hour, and wanted to meet with her, was saying the things that she wanted, and has really worked towards that relationship that she's looking for. And we do have some of those meetings still, which is great. And she updates me like as it goes along, but she's gotten so much movement. And like after an hour of having our session, she already had that much movement when her SP was like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't even want you as my friend. Like, you can leave my life now. Like, I don't think I think you're a toxic human being. Totally turned that around after our session and had this really, really big manifestation. And I thought that was amazing. So technically that was in a time crunch. You don't always have to try to make it in a time crunch, but you can. And she did the whole, I don't care how it happens. I just know it's going to. I have the confidence to do so. And I believe in myself, because a lot of this time crunch idea is believing in yourself that you can have it and that you can create it.
Exactly. And, I've got a little mini success story myself. So yesterday Andrew went to the office and it snowed here, and it's been snowing for like a week here. Anyway, there's like a huge ice chunk bigger than my car at the end of the driveway that has just been there. So I can't go, I'm not going anywhere. I wasn't going to, and I've got a sports car and I live at the bottom of a mountain. So no, I wasn't driving anywhere. So I thought to myself, I'm like, there wasn't really in my mind anything yummy in the house for lunch. So I was like, I want something really yummy for lunch. And then all of a sudden, 2 seconds later, my mom calls and she's like, yeah, I'm going to bring over Kubasan, some nice fresh buns. And I'm like, of course you are. Right. So manifested my lunch on a time crunch, next thing you know, she was here, we had lunch, we watched TV. So what I do when I'm manifesting on a time crunch, I remind myself of like Maddy said, to be confident in yourself. So I remind myself of a time where I manifested it before, or if I don't have a time where I've manifested that's something similar before, I just remind myself of a time that I've manifested anything, and I get that feeling back. Because as soon as I remember and think about a manifestation, whether it be like an everyone is you pushed out moment, or a time where I've manifested before, all of a sudden in my head I go, oh, you know what am I even worried about? Like, honestly, what am I worried about? It's coming. And then it usually comes like right then and there, because I find with mine, when I'm looking to manifest on a time crunch, I just need to be on a deadline, just be confident that I do manifest, because everything is instant. And I also say that I intend it's happening, and it's happening now. I intend to see it instantly. I intend to feel like I believe it's going to happen right now. And really putting that in there, and at the same time not being so attached to the timeline as well. Like, I find if I'm like really attached to the deadline and I'm like getting myself anxiety over, is it going to happen, then all I'm doing is blocking it. So I go back to reminding myself of the time where I've manifested the same thing or something similar, or just anything, or I intend to get an everyone is you pushed out moment. So I see the magic and I just calm down and go, okay, what am I worried about? Of course, this is going to happen. And I try to keep, every morning I wake up and I'm like, all my intentions are coming true today. Today is the day. Today is going to be a great day. Everyone is me pushed out. And this is what's going to show up in my reality. And it's going to show up now. And, things show up instantly. And they always do, as long as we've got no resistance, right? And not so attached to the how and worrying about the how. You can create the how and be detailed on it, but it's going to come to you in one way or another anyway. So being confident in yourself is really the key to manifesting on a deadline, because you create the deadline and you create when your manifestation happens. Like, you have the power of all of it. So ask yourself, why do I think this isn't going to happen, and take all those reasons, those complaints, and change them into positive intentions, right?
Yeah, and a lot of the times it's helped me too with being able to manifest on a time crunch, because it's just an idea of time. Like, time is relative. Time really doesn't matter at the end of the day. But we focus on time a lot. We're like, well, I want it today, or I want it in the next hour, or whatever it is. And that's totally okay to have. What I usually do is I'll intend for something and I'll remind myself, like, it's okay to really want this. If I want it, that means it's meant for me. I wouldn't have this desire if it wasn't meant for me. So that kind of soothes the whole doubting of, can I have this? Is it okay to have this? Because sometimes we can have those thoughts like, do I deserve this?
Right.
Can I create this? And so I just tell myself, like, hey, if you want it, you can have it. Your desires are meant for you. So that's already soothing that part. And if I know it's meant for me, if I know I can have it and I know I can create it, why would I worry about it?
Well, exactly.
Yeah, like, if I know it's coming to me, because I've manifested so many things, small, large, like whatever size it is in, like, what we think it's big or small, I've manifested all of it and I continue to do so. And so I'm like, if I've manifested all these things and they've always come to me, why would I stress out about me getting it? So that kind of takes away the anxiety too.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I'm going to have it. I know it's coming. And so now I'm going to allow myself to make myself lunch, or I'm going to go hang out with my friend. I'm going to allow my mind to kind of shut off. I'll still have my mental diet if it comes up, but I'll allow myself to have, fun with my friend. I'll go to that concert. I'll have my wine with my friend, or I'll go and do art with my family, or, whatever it is that's going to help you, because you want to enjoy your 3D. Enjoy it to the fullest because you are living your life day to day. So that's what I always tell my clients is enjoy your life. You're going to get it no matter what. Would you like to enjoy your life while you're going to get it? Or do you want to watch your phone, see if he's going to call?
Right.
Because but would you rather go out with your girlfriends, or, go out and do this one thing that you've always wanted to do and take that opportunity and have the best life you could possibly have? Yes. And so I always tell people to do that. And usually when I've just enjoyed my life, let myself go do what I wanted, I didn't really have resistance because I knew I was going to get it regardless. And I'd have it way quicker than I thought I was. And sometimes I'd even manifest for it to happen on a specific day, and it even comes sooner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sooner than I thought. And I was like, that's even better. That means that it was supposed to happen this way from the beginning. I didn't it was way better to have it this day than on Sunday or whatever day it was, because maybe something else is going to happen on Sunday that's going to be amazing that I'm manifesting right now.
Exactly. It's so funny. So I intended for everyone as you pushed out moment, I was created that intention on this video. And then all of a sudden I was like, distraction. I'm like, I'm going to mention, and you're talking about distraction. I do that all the time. I'll be like, you know what? I intend for this to happen. I'm going to go have a shower. And by the time I have my shower, it's going to happen, or distract myself, but I always say, I'm going to do this. And by the time I do that, it's going to happen while I'm doing that. And I think it's also important, I do agree, to distract yourself and to enjoy your life around you, because it's here for you to enjoy. Everything in your reality was created by you to be enjoyed by you. So, if we're sitting and waiting and watching the phone and for this one thing and questioning why it's not showing up, we're just creating resistance and we're just blocking it. We're just slowing it down, right? It's about having that confidence in yourself and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go about my day. This is going to happen today, and I'm going to have a great day. Actually, my car, I manifested that on a deadline. I needed a car. I had no car. Well, I had a car, but it wasn't very good. I needed a new car. So I went and they said because of COVID that they weren't making the car until basically the summer, and this was the winter. And I was like, no, I'm like, I want my new car before the end of the month. And then 2 days later, they phoned me and my car, they were like, oh, your car's ready. Wow, that took only 2 days, not 6 months, right? So and I gave myself the deadline of the end of the month, right? So things are constantly happening. They happen instantly. And it's only if we allow them and through, reaffirming and being on our mental diet and, affirming, yeah, this is when it's going to happen. It's going to happen now, and that things always happen for you when you want them to, right?
Right. And I think it's so helpful to what you mentioned earlier to affirm that I intend to feel this. I intend to believe this. Because if you can feel and believe it, it's way easier to think you're going to get what you want anyways. And that's going to come naturally. And that's why I love intending that I have this belief or I have this feeling towards a situation, because then you'll naturally feel like you didn't have to force yourself to believe that or feel that. You just naturally got there. So when you feel that way, you're like, wow, this was so effortless, manifesting so easy, which it is, but you already feel and believe that now because you've intended for it. So that aspect will feel so much easier, and then everything technically will be manifested on a time crunch.
Right. Exactly. So guys, those are some really great tips of how to manifest on a time crunch, stay on your intentions, really, put the belief in yourself and trust yourself that it's coming, right? I think that's the most biggest takeaway, and that also that you do deserve it. So thank you so much for being here and sharing those amazing success stories. I am so proud of that client. That's amazing. Turn that around in a second. So guys, Maddy's an amazing coach. So if you do have something you need to turn around, she can definitely help you with that. So thanks for being here today, Maddy.
Yeah, thank you.
And guys, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And we really intend that you've got something from this video that's going to help you to reach your dreams and your manifestation. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.